just give a quick shout out to Kale Anonymous, man, who left
Why?
Machinima.
Yeah, bless him. I don't watch the cinema anymore.
Neither do I, man.
I downvote every video those guys do instead of him now. Not that it makes a difference, but like, I write in the comments as well. You suck. Get the fuck off of YouTube.
You're one of those guys.
Well, so what?
What's up, people? Welcome to the GSC podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Lauchi, joined this week by Jamie C.
Hello. I was going to say good evening. I suppose time is irrelevant. Hello.
It's all good. And Gianni.
Hello.
Still no Johnny. Johnny is over in Hong Kong doing his thing with his people, as always. I hope he has fun. Anyway, let's get down to business. Jamie, tell me what you've been up to this week, mate.
Well, if you pay attention to the channel, some people might. I've been playing Counter Spy, which is the new game from Dynamite.
Which is a new studio, right?
Well, like founded in 2011, but this is like, hopefully this is like a big breakthrough for them. I'm really enjoying it. I've completed it, played it again through. I love it. I think I was already drawn in a little bit, but then when I read that it had Mark Holmes, who was at Pixar for 16 years, I realised it was quite evident in the art style because he would have worked on the likes of The Incredibles. And it's quite clear when you see the design of Counter Spy that there is some influence there from The Incredibles, definitely, like colour palettes and so on. But yeah, no, I think overall the game works perfectly for such a simple formula. It evolves, it expands, and it's actually really, really smooth and really easy to control. So it's a good, enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, pick up. I put the video on, so it's just like 20 minutes of me talking over me playing the first couple of levels. And I think I did say I might put up more, but what I might do is just maybe put up the ending at some point, just so I can show you what happens differently in the final mission and so on. But,
Okay,
but
cool.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's, definitely play it. It's on the cheap as well. It's under a tenner.
Do you know what I appreciate about Counter Spy? It would have been so easy for them to just like paint the Russians as the bad guys, like.
Yeah.
But they don't even call them that, right? It's like the imperialists and the socialists.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident that it is Russia, but it's either that, you're going to have the opposition either be Russia or Korea, aren't you? So, I don't know. One or the other, they're both the American evil, I guess. Something like that. But no, play it, definitely. And, I don't know. Did I talk about Ho Hokum last week? I did, didn't I?
You mentioned it. You mentioned it a little bit, and then you were like, "I can't do it justice. What I'll do, I'll get my son to stream it on Twitch, and then I'll upload that." And I thought that was just like random bollocks coming out of your mouth. To be honest, I thought like that ain't gonna happen. And then a couple of days later, a video pops up on our channel like Isaac playing Ho Hokum. I was like, "Awesome, he did it! Like, so cool."
Yeah, he didn't want to stop, but I thought like half an hour is plenty of time. And in that half an hour video, he managed to burp, get fed up with his neck playing up, so he wanted to lie down. And then, like, at one point, I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." And I don't know if you pick it up quite, but that's just him farting on camera as well. So I thought, this is brilliant.
Bless
yeah,
him, man.
that's him breaking it into the YouTube with his first Twitch stream. But no, he's been desperate to do his own video as well because obviously at home, the wife and I will do the Sims videos, and he's aware that we sit and do those. So he wanted to do his own video, bless him, and so it was nice that he could. And if there are games that are suitable for him that come out, I'll get him to do a couple more. I was quite tempted to get him to play Trials, but then I just didn't want the backlash of people being like, "Oh, that's a 16." And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's PEGI rating, and I don't think it's too violent. But I wouldn't put a video up because people would like, I don't know, probably try and make me do the ALS challenge or something with it. I don't know, some fucking bullshit. But anyway, that's my week in gaming.
Awesome, Gianni. What have you been up to, dude?
So, having finished Guacamelee last week, I started playing Transistor first. It was a toss-up between that and Child of Light.
Do it,
Yeah.
Jenny. Do it. I know you want to.
Here we
No,
go.
it's a beautiful game. Such
But
beautiful. I just don't have a lot to say about it.
I'm disappointed. I thought you were going to tear into it, man.
Well, it's a bit difficult. I don't really know what's going on half the time. And I haven't, like, the loadouts confuse me quite a lot. I can't work out what are good combinations and what aren't. So, because you don't really do, and I'm not really sure. It's an odd one. I'm not enjoying it as much as I probably could.
It don't deserve the hype, Gianni, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, as I said, it's beautiful artwork. There's a lot of detail considering it's so. I mean, it's a shame you can't zoom in, and you can or you can pan around or anything because I don't know that's not the point in the game, but it'd be amazing if you could. A bit like with Bastion, I really wanted to do the same around there because you could see the detail they'd put in. But she moves so slow. Like if you're just trying to go
She
from
is
one end
carrying
of
a sword that weighs about 12 stone, though.
Jenny,
yeah,
I can tell you're trying to hold it back, man.
Don't
No,
hold it
no,
back.
I'm not holding back. I don't know. I haven't fallen in love with it, and I haven't wanted to play it when I come home. Instead, I've been watching lots of Netflix. Um,
The
and
best form of procrastination, man. Netflix.
yeah,
Fix it.
I don't know if I'm disappointed in myself or the game. I'm not really sure.
That's
Uh,
horrible. If a game makes you feel disappointed with yourself, man.
No, but
I
I don't know
didn't
if
even
it's
think that was
disappointing.
possible.
Fuck
No, but I
that
don't
game,
know if
man.
I'm just disappointed in myself that I'm not enjoying it. And I
happens.
think the other thing is this. I don't like the way the story's being delivered. I think that's it. There's a lot of mystery behind it, but the sword is talking to you like you know what's going on, but you don't because it hasn't been explained. So I'm finding it quite hard to get into in that sense.
Maybe that's intentional though, man, to leave the players up to like figure out what's going on, if that makes sense, to get people talking about it.
No, but I get it that he's talking to Red because she's been through it all. That's her
Yeah.
name, isn't it? Yeah.
It's red,
Um,
yeah.
But if you're controlling Red, as you know, you're not feeling that bond at all. Like the whole point as far as I'm concerned, if you're going to have a story element, is that you as the gamer should feel that attachment with the character, so that when someone else talks to you, you can almost relay that information. You know, you can relate to that information.
Yeah.
So yeah, when the sword's talking to me, I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I literally have no idea. And am I right in saying, Jamie, because I mean, you really enjoyed this game. Am I right in saying that? I mean, it's been a few days since I last played, but the power-ups you pick up are people or friends of Red, or just, they had some abilities, maybe?
The enemies that you fight, when you defeat each one, you pick up a new. I can't remember. It's such a long time now, but you pick up a new power. Yeah, like they. I think the overall vibe of the game, and you do get left to your own conclusions, but from what I could take is I kind of see it as a game about theatre reviews and that sort of thing, and like the enemies are those critics, and you've lost your voice, and it's about searching and sorting stuff out. But yeah, that's right. You've got no voice. That's what I remember. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I found the game awfully repetitive as well. And I know it's been introducing new new enemies and blah blah, but I don't know. To me, it's quite a slow burner, and I'm just, I like the game from an artistic point of view, which is kind of rare for me to actually like it from an artistic point of view, but not from a gameplay or story modes.
Jenny, so it's okay not to like it, man. Let me tell you about some of the games that people loved that I didn't like, right? Limbo. I thought Limbo was absolutely shit. People love Limbo. Jamie loves Limbo, man.
Danny loved Limbo, right?
What's there not to like about Limbo?
Don't you fucking diss
Bastion,
Bastion,
right?
man.
No.
Everybody
What's
loved
here? I want to
Bastion,
know.
right?
Explain yourself, boy.
Limbo was just fucking boring, man. so boring. I was like playing it like, okay, so it's basically gonna be like this for the entire game, is it? Yeah, yeah,
There's
it
puzzle
is
elements
like
to
this
it.
for the entire game. Nope, I'm done. I got to like some bit where I had to push something to stop myself getting like drowned by something, and I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I was like, well, I'm done with this game. Never playing it again. Never played it again.
So your
Bastion.
you didn't even finish it. The game's really
Nope.
short.
No, I didn't finish it. Didn't like it, mate. Bastion, right? Never got into that. Everyone's telling me how amazing Bastion is. Oh man, it's so good. I'm even doing the like trials and stuff, or like the weapon trials. Nope. That game was not fun for me personally. I just didn't enjoy it, man.
Why? You
Don't
didn't even
know.
like the
You know
commentator.
do you know the game? Yeah. You know the game.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Didn't
like-
like it.
He's like, I love in fact, I think the commentary was one of the best things about it that I loved about Bastion, because he's like, if you just start like trashing the place, even though you killed all the enemies, you just went to smash some things. There's something wrong with you.
Maybe. But I'm just saying, man. It's like it's fine to dislike a game, and
It was a beautiful game.
Sometimes there's no legit reason for disliking a game. It just doesn't gel with you, man. Like, those are two examples of really critically acclaimed games that I didn't like, man. It's fine to just, like, for some reason not like a game, and it happens.
Mm.
We talked about this the other week, man. Sometimes there's shit games that are fun. Good shit games.
Good shit games. Yeah, was Gianni away for that? Spider-Man, good shit game.
Some games
right.
you can tell are shit, but you like them, man. It's fine. There's no, like...
What, like
There's no set criteria, like, as a gamer, you have to like these.
No,
because everyone else does.
But it surprised me because it is basic. It's not that far removed from Bastion, to be brutally honest. Like,
Yeah.
It's still that sort of. I think
Bastion puts a bigger focus on narration, and like Transistor puts a bigger focus on style. And I think like I've made comments before, and I'm a massive fan of it. And I bought the soundtrack on the back of it, and I listen to it most days still. I do say that a lot, but that's probably where I gel with it more, shall we say, then, because that's it. That's the difference to Bastion, is that it's more about the style and the music, and I love it.
I think the last thing I was going to say about it is when you get to a battle, I find the first thing you do is you press R2, which puts you into this it's a state of limbo, basically. Basically pauses the game, and that's where you move across and you position yourself, and you do your attacks. But that gets, to me, it's getting really tedious, because that's pretty much, unless you do that, you can't really battle. So you spend your time doing that, and then you have to run around waiting for your thing to charge back up before you can attack again, because you're just too open. There's no defense mechanism.
When you are balancing your attacks, if you create good combos, you don't need to go into that freeze mode to really pull off good combos and good moves. You can do it on the fly. You can just do a move and move around again, and it's not taking any of that power away. You have that bar across the top, and that will drain when you go into like the slow-mo freeze frame sort of stuff. But you can fight without that if you get your combos right and if you get your powers right.
Maybe I need to give it some more time.
Yeah, I found that quite late in the game. I was using the freeze mode all the time at first, and I thought, you know what, this is slowing the game down a lot. And it was only when I accidentally pressed an attack button, I was like, you can actually attack without doing that? Shit. So I didn't know at first. I didn't know you could attack without doing that. So when I learned you could, I developed my game style, like play style, around that, and it was a lot better.
Because I have tried, but I don't know if my loadouts aren't good enough yet, or I've just not got the right combos. So
you know what you should do, Gianni? You should take a break from it, yeah? Play Child of Light, play through that, and then go back to Transistor.
Maybe. I'm in that sort of edgy mood that I don't like having a game that I've started. If I start a game and then go on to something else, I probably won't come back to it unless it's like a.
If you don't come back to it, it wasn't meant to be, mate. Play another game, cleanse your palate, come back, maybe start fresh, man. Go in with a clear head. Try it again, man.
It's like that copy of Fallout New Vegas on my shelf. I lie to it every day and promise that I'm going to get around to playing it. It just hasn't happened.
You really should, man, because, right, Fallout New Vegas, when it first came out, I was really disappointed with it. Right, and I don't know why I was really disappointed with it. Maybe because I wanted it to be more than it was. Because I loved Fallout 3 and I played so much Fallout 3. But when Fallout New Vegas came out, I was just like, okay, I played maybe 6 or 7 hours of it and then I was like done. And then I bought it again in a Steam sale not long ago and played for like 120 hours. and now I think I might like New Vegas more than Fallout 3 because like the incidental characters and like the small storylines in that game, like aside from the main overarching plot, are way better. The characterization's a lot better. So, and Iron Sights, man, never underestimate Iron Sights. Go back to it, Jamie. When you get a free, there ain't gonna be no free time to the end of the year. Now go back to it next year at some point.
Might be my January game. But there's
Next summer.
I've got like Infamous First Light's just come out this week. I've got that to get through. Then we've got Destiny coming out. It's just something every week now. Fuckers. But hey.
It's alright. Anything else, Jan?
No, not really. I've, as I said, been Netflix a lot. Been watching. Oh, I started picking up some Bravest Warriors again, so I'm going to go through those because that show's amazing. And if you haven't watched it, you really should.
You're amazing.
But have you watched Bravest Warriors?
I've watched a little bit. I haven't watched like all of them though. I'll tell you what I've seen. I've seen what we saw at Jamie's that day when he showed me what it was.
Yeah, and I have to thank you again, Jamie, because since then.
Gas powered stick.
Oh, it's so childish, but it's more adult themed than Adventure Time. That and I've been watching Californication, which I won't shut up about. So we should probably just move on.
Do we have to? Because I haven't really done anything this week of note. I wish I had like a better like thing. Oh yeah, I played this. Like I played that. I literally just played Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment for the Vita. That's all I've done this week. I'm hooked on it, right? But I mean, the reason for that is I'm picking up my Wii U this weekend. So I guess not by the time the podcast goes live, but like maybe a day later after the podcast goes up, I'll have my Wii U.
So hang on. Because you're getting a Wii U, you're not playing any games. I don't understand.
Do you not do that?
Because you said this before, and I didn't quite get it.
I did this for PS4 as well. Do you not starve
there's more
yourself?
reason to finish the others, like quickly get them in.
Oh, mate, I like to starve myself before I get anything, man. Like, I won't play any games, and then I'll go into like a new console ready to just absorb everything that it has for me.
I like to make lists of what I've got to play and then cross
You like to
them
make
off when I
lists of
finish
everything, you fucking dick.
I do that. I have a list with all the games that are sat there waiting to be played, and when I finish it, I just like real big sense of satisfaction as I cross it out of the list. Like you're done.
I just wait for a podcast for Jamie to finish his list and tell me what games I should buy.
Yeah.
So no, I'm picking up a Wii U, and I'm going to pick up Mario Kart and probably some other things whilst I'm there. I can't wait. I'm hyped up, man. And then Destiny, and that's my plans for the next couple of weeks.
But Mario Kart, eh?
Mario Kart, man, leads nicely into our first topic.
Freeway segue.
See, that's how you do it, Gianni. That's a free-form segue, you bitch. Anyway, we've spoken about this before on the podcast, and we said it would be a good idea if, at this point, Mario Kart sort of transitioned into Nintendo Kart, and they started bringing in other characters, right? I can't cite the exact podcast that we mentioned it on, but those of you who have listened to us for a while, you've heard it. You've heard us say it. It's happening. It's happening now with DLC for the new Mario Kart for the Wii U. I text Jamie the moment I saw the trailer, and I was just like, holy fuck, Link's in Mario Kart! Like, and it turns out that they're releasing 3 packs, right, over the next few months. Is it only 2?
2-pack.
2-pack?
What are you looking
2-pack,
at?
yo.
Yeah, first pack is coming in November of this year.
Awesome.
And then the second pack is May next year.
The first pack's the one to watch, though, man.
Yeah, well, if you want Link, there you go. You're gonna get with each pack, you get 3 playable characters, like new new anyway. 4 vehicles and then 8 tracks. So that's like 16 new tracks being developed right now.
It's not bad, is it?
No, they're not completely new, are they? Sorry, that I've misled that. That sounds like they're all brand new tracks. They're not. Some of them are reworkings of old ones, like the Wario Gold Mine, and it looks like one of them might be an F-Zero track. But we'll see. Cool. You get the Blue Falcon as a playable vehicle in the first pack as well.
You also get a bonus. I can't remember what it is, but if you buy both of them or a bundle pack, so I'm guessing that's by the 1 in November and then what's essentially a pre-order for May. Not only do you get a little discount, but I think you also get 2 extra goodies. But I think it might be carts. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I thought it was quite a nice touch actually. Bearing in mind I'm so against DLC, but I think Nintendo have probably got it right on this. I don't know what you guys think.
Ben said, we have been looking at this for a while now, and I was thinking about the direction for the Mario series because things like Mario Party and Mario Kart, they're all within the Mario universe. And then
Yep.
you see things like Sonic and Sega racing, so instantly you know that's Sonic and Sega. You couldn't build a game on the Sonic series alone like that. It doesn't have the abundance of great characters, does it? Whereas
Yeah.
Mario obviously is just flush with great characters throughout the series, and they've developed them really well. However, Nintendo as a whole, well, now you're talking something else. That's massive. Like, could you like? I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about Johnny. Like, take something like Mario Party.
Yep.
Like, he doesn't give a shit about that game. You add Link to Mario Party, that's an extra sale. That's an extra ton of sales. Like, seriously, just put in Link in Mario Party as a playable character. He's going to buy that. Like, loads of people will. Doing it now to Mario Kart, he's going to go, well, I'm going to have to buy a Wii U now then, you know?
I
It'll
mean,
happen.
at this point, Mario Kart is an established franchise, right? There's no way they're going to change the name.
No.
Like, it will always be Mario Kart. But I think with us seeing Link and like the villager from Animal Crossing as well is the other new character, right, that they're adding.
Yes.
Yeah, with them being moved into this game now, I think you're going to see a much more diverse starting lineup for the next Mario Kart game.
So
And I think it will be good for the series to do that, man. It will boost sales.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a sort of Smash Brothers roster sort of merging into Mario Kart almost. If they can, I think if they can have the creative carts to the, or maybe not, probably in the next gen, if there is one for Nintendo, they'll probably try and get more carts based on the characters from there. And I think Sega had to put Sonic's name on the title, if that makes sense. Or had to state it was Sega, Sonic and Sega All Star or whatever. But they don't have to do that with Mario because it's such a, even Super Smash Brothers. That doesn't, by the name itself, doesn't suggest anything else apart from Mario and Luigi.
I mean, arguably it was Super Mario Brothers, right? And then Super Smash Brothers came out on the 64 because it was a fighting game with a few other characters in there as well.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is that they haven't called it Sony All-Star Battle Royale or whatever the fuck it was. You know, that's sort of like, because Sony don't have that sort of pull. So yeah, there'll never be any fear of a name change as far as I'm concerned on that.
I tell you what I would do with this though. I'm talking like long-term future now. Like, let's say the next Mario Kart game that comes out, I wouldn't include any of these characters on the disc. It's a strategy and it's something to make money. But let's say you release this Mario Kart and it's just got Nintendo, like the normal Mario characters in there. Great.
Yeah.
And then you want Link in there. Well, you've got to get him as DLC. Now,
Hyrule Pack.
Well, yeah. Let's say something like that, Hyrule Pack or something like that. But then let's say the next Mario Kart did have somebody like Link and all these other characters on the disc from the get-go, but then the DLC is just Mario universe characters. People won't buy the DLC.
Yeah.
So they're making game sales and DLC sales out of having something like this. Whereas if you include somebody like Link from the get-go, you might just get the game sale and you wouldn't get the DLC sales.
True, I can see that happening.
And I think that could work quite well because then they could do theme packs. You know, taking the example I just said of Hyrule, you could have they could even introduce Princess Zelda, Sheik, Ganondorf. You could even Tingle if you fucking wanted, even a track based on that game series. You know? So
and let's not forget Amiibo because we still don't have Bowser Jr. in the game. And he's going to be an Amiibo figure in his cart. That's going to happen. And you'll be able to put him in the game. So these are DLC packs that are just confirmed as packs you buy online. Whereas, Amiibo is still going to give you the option to buy characters for your game in figure form. That's going to happen.
So, I mean, in closing then, I think it's a good step forward for the franchise to be adding additional characters from other series and stuff. And I think it should carry over into like Mario Party and stuff like that as well, because the reason Smash Bros is so popular is because there is like all these characters from all these different franchises that people love. Really, in Smash Bros there's something for everyone, which like that could totally be the case with Mario Kart and Mario Party going forwards if they do include those characters. I think it's the best idea for Nintendo to do this going forwards, man. Cool.
Do it.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to mention on that?
I'd just say you mentioned Smash Bros a bit there. Just quickly, it's not in the running order for today, but
That's
have you
fine.
seen these leaks for the 3DS game?
I've
Smash Bros?
purposely not looked into any great detail. I've heard about them, but I don't know anything about the leaks myself.
Talk to us about them, Jay. Come on, let's do it.
So, can I just say one thing that's been shown? I don't want it to be massive spoilers.
No, don't worry.
Is that right?
We can talk about it. Talk about it freely. It's fine.
Character reveal then. The dog and the duck from Duck Hunt. Have
That's
you seen
kind of
this?
cool.
That's one to watch. I'm going to be quite interested in seeing that. It's got to be real because the screenshot they've shown kind of just makes sense. I don't see how it would have been faked. It's a bit hard if they have faked it. Yeah.
Definitely a playable character and not an assist trophy, yeah?
Yeah, playable on the character select screen and everything. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that then. Jeez. Looking forward to that. But yeah, never mind. Moving on.
Cool. Do you remember there was a lot of drama recently with Twitch where they started flagging up copyrighted music and silencing videos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of rumors going around and everyone was saying, oh, Google is buying Twitch, it's going to be paired with YouTube and stuff. And everyone was certain that this was going to happen. Like, it was a certainty. Everyone was like, yeah, YouTube are going to own Twitch, Google are buying them and stuff. They came out the other day with Amazon. Amazon have bought Twitch. Just out of the blue. Nobody saw it coming, really. I don't know what to say about this, really, to be honest.
What does it mean?
Yeah, I mean, we did report on the Google YouTube thing a while ago, and it was nearly a done deal. There were just some issues with something to do with bailout or something that would have left. Because if Twitch got shit on by Google, Twitch wouldn't have been financially viable. They wouldn't have been able to look after themselves. But the deal they struck with Amazon would mean if there is fallout or anything, like a breakup between them, then Twitch is still in a good position. But Twitch has come out of nowhere over the last 3 years. I think it's only 3 years old, really, isn't it? And it's which is impressive to think. They've gone from nothing to being worth a lot of money now.
Yeah, man. Well, what are the ramifications for this? I mean, Amazon as a service deal with licensed music, right? I believe they even have a streaming service where you can stream licensed music from them. Perhaps there's something now that you can maybe pay for via Twitch to allow you to continue using licensed music in your streams. I mean, there's a lot of avenues opening up from this buyout, which could happen. The likelihood of them actually happening probably quite low, but I'd like to think
one of the simplest things that I think will happen is you'll be watching somebody stream a game, and then you'll have the option to buy it directly from Amazon while you're watching, something like that. That's quite easy, and they'll pull that one off, no doubt.
Which is that's pretty interesting as well, because at that point, do you maybe see some money from that? Does that count as advertising? Are you advertising through them, or how does that work out? Well, because at the moment you can run adverts and stuff on Twitch to make money if you're partnered, right?
Yeah.
So if they're going to run adverts where there's a buy it now link, if you have the option to put a buy it now link, maybe you see some of that money come your way, man, which is another way for streamers to stay viable, Well,
that already happens with websites. You take something like IGN, they'll advertise that somebody's got an exclusive deal and they'll put a link to it. Let's say, for example, today, Game have just announced the pre-order incentive metal tins for the Pokemon games, right?
Yeah.
So IGN would report on it, they put a link up, and then it tracks who goes to that link and then makes the purchase. So then IGN would get, some small percentage of that sale. That sort of thing happens all the time. So there's no different than to doing it on Twitch, is there?
Which is awesome. So I think it's good news all in all, man. Don't you wish there was more stuff to talk about sometimes, eh? I love talking about stuff. Because that is it for main topics, man. We got some flash news.
Oh, sorry, this is really minor and it's probably not going to be... It's just something that I remembered. Have you guys been to a game shop recently? Not a game shop, the game shop.
Game.
Fuck,
so
that's
game,
another thing.
game the company.
I did. Me and Scott bought a Dreamcast last week.
Oh, did you?
We bought a motherfucking Dreamcast.
Dude, I own a Dreamcast. How awesome were the Dreamcasts, man?
Dude,
oh my god.
Dude, we made sure we got... Well, first of all, we got 4 controllers, so yes. and also we got Virtua Striker,
Yeah.
Virtua Tennis, which unfortunately doesn't work. We got but Quake came in Virtua Tennis, which was good. So we got Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament. There was another game as well, which I sucked at.
Jenny, I've got Virtua Cop and the gun, man, for Dreamcast, man. I need to
I
lend
know.
you that shit. I don't know whether the guns work on new TVs though.
Oh, I don't know.
I've
You
also
get Jet
got.
Set Radio.
I think I do have Jet Set Radio. I've also got Skies of Arcadia and Grandia 2, which are awesome RPGs if you ever want to play them.
Yes, I might have to borrow them. Even though I think I've got one of them. Skies of Arcadia. Yeah, I've got that on my Vita. I just haven't played it, but I might. And yeah, we could talk about it another time though. But yes,
Cool.
Yes.
Just want to point out to anyone listening that Skies of Arcadia isn't on the Vita, so don't look for it there. Gianni's thinking of Trials on the Sky.
Oh fuck, that's embarrassing.
It's alright. Oh, cool. Jamie, hit us up with this flash news, bro.
Right, so what's happening in the world then? So when did the Xbox go Connectless? Back in like June or July, wasn't it? They dropped a bit of money off to try and compete with the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
And try and keep up with the Wii U as well, because the Wii U at the time was outselling it like 5-1 or something. I don't know. Bullshit. Right, anyway, so you can now buy a standalone Kinect from October the 7th, and the American asking price is $150. What the fuck? Basically, how much did they drop off? Did they drop off that much?
They dropped $100, right?
What the fuck are they trying to do then, eh? You're not going to buy one. I purposefully waited. Okay, I'm buying an exclusive white console. I'm happy it doesn't come with Kinect. I'm not bothered about that. Like, if I want to buy one separately, I'm not paying that much for one if it's above the asking price of them bundled together. Like, I expect a little bit of a saving, but $50 is still big.
Holy
for
shit!
Something that nobody wants separately.
Yeah, it's 100. Wait, hang on.
The Xbox One went from was it $450 down to $350 in America, right? When it dropped the Kinect. But the Kinect separately is going to be $150, which takes the total cost of the console up to $500 if you buy them separately.
Well, I thought it was $400 for the console. Because it's £350 over here now.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, so $400. And I think it was $500 originally then. Or I don't know. Doesn't matter, it's too much money.
UK money, it's 130 quid the standalone Kinect sensor will cost you. Or, as I'm reading in this article, you could just go and get a second-hand Xbox One Kinect for 25 quid at CEX.
Wow.
So there's some consumer advice for you.
See, now, if you told me 25 quid, I might actually go on CEX website and have a look at investing in one of them at some point. I'd pay £25 for one, just to be able to tell my TV what to do. Oh, no, wait, I have a hand and a TV control for that. But anyway, right, there are people out there I've just offended who don't have hands. Or people out there who don't have TV controls. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, guys. One
People
day we'll have robot
hand
hands.
stuff.
And then you'll be the ones laughing with your robot hands.
One day.
150 quid.
Xbox on.
No, sorry.
Anyway, right. There's a Pokemon fighter game coming out from Namco Bandai. I don't know who it's aimed at. It's called like Pokken. That's like Tekken then. Oh, hang on. Yeah.
See what's happening now?
See what they're doing? I see what you did there. Oh, look at that. No, okay, that's a joke. I did already realise the reference, and I'm just taking the piss. But I don't know who's that game for, and who wants it, and who do you want to play as?
I don't know. I feel like I've been cheated though, because the new Tekken game is called like the Final Chapter or something, right? Or the Final Battle or something. Right. And now there's a Pokemon Tekken game coming out. You can't just like add PO before it and remove the TE and expect me to not think it's some sort of Tekken game. It's clearly a Tekken game, but with Pokemon. Your Tekken series is a lie.
When it goes the other way and we get Tekkenmon next.
Tekkenmon.
It's not going to work, is it? I don't know.
I'd play that game, man. An RPG where you get to like throw out your little Tekken characters.
And then like Eddie comes out and just starts doing capoeira everywhere. I say Eddie because that's the only name I remember from Tekken, because that's how much I care about it. But I just played as Eddie and just cheated my way across the screen. That was hacks. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's not really any much at the moment on this Pokken. Like, that just sounds like a really cheap Polish knockoff of Pocky that you get in like your local shop or something, doesn't it? Now I say it, the more I say it out loud, the more the less appetizing that name is, and the sicker I feel.
Cheap Christmas tree chocolate around like cardboard Pocky sticks, man.
For those you love, give them Pokken. I don't know. something like that. Anyway, but no, it's not for anybody yet. Let's find out. I'm kind of interested. If it's an arcade game, then that kind of flies over our head because we don't really have access to that sort of thing. So
Yep.
we'll see. I don't really want to go down to the coast just to try it out. I don't know. Oh, okay. So Destiny's gone gold. That's not really the biggest news, but then they've also gone on record while announcing that it's gone gold to say that there'll be no trading between characters, which was a bit upsetting. But they say it's because they want you to have the full experience and they want you to be earning everything that you have in the game. But I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, a trading system or like auction house system is kind of necessary if you want your game to function as an MMO, because that's how it gains its own economy and that's how certain items gain their rarity and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
I understand now.
Now you understand.
No,
now I understand.
No, I didn't quite get it when it was written on there, but yeah, now I get it. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal, isn't it?
It's also quite disappointing when it's a game where, you know, it's kind of built around you and your fire team, right? If you get a drop of a weapon that you're never going to use, but it's perfect for someone else on your fire team, it's a little bit disappointing that you can't just be like, dude, I got you this amazing gun, here, take it. Like,
I could understand. Like, if we were playing together, you should be able to trade. If I was playing on my own and I picked up something, it's like, oh, Ben might like that later on. I'd understand that they don't let me do that. But yeah, if we're playing and we're actually in a party together within the game, it would have made sense to be able to trade that stuff off.
Shit, even if it's just like, even if it's like a shared loot inventory where like we can decide where it goes, like you can pass on stuff or like.
Did Borderlands do that? I don't remember.
No, but Borderlands allowed you just to drop the guns on the floor so someone else could pick them up.
There was a game, I just can't, off the top of my head, I won't remember it now, but there was a game where the item would come up on the screen and then like you could say, yes, I want it, and see if the other person says the same, and I can't remember.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, that's just par for the course MMO tropes, man. Like, you get a drop in your party and you can either need it if you actually need it or greed it if you want to greed it, or you can pass on it. So
it's official. Destiny's not an MMO anymore, then.
There you go. So stop fucking calling it an MMO, because it's not, man. You keep proving that it's not.
It is massive, though.
It's big.
And it is multiplayer, though.
Imagine a large single-player game where other people are randomly in your game with Halo multiplayer stuck on the side.
Yeah.
That's Destiny, man.
It is online as well, though, right?
It is.
So it's got all the elements. We're just not going to call it that anymore, then.
Yeah.
Right.
It's for the best.
With just under 2 weeks to go, then, until it's released, obviously we know how you feel about it, Ben, but I want to know where Gianni stands now, because, Gianni, you've been saying you're not too sure about rushing out on day one. Are you changing as you get closer to the game?
No, I've avoided any of the hype. I have literally... if I'm brutally honest, I don't know a great deal about the game, and I want to keep it that way because I may end up having to miss the podcast when you guys will get it, because I don't want to get wrapped into it, buy it, and then be disappointed like I know I'm most probably going to be.
You won't be disappointed, Gianni.
One thing I know for sure with this game is that Ben's going to play it 24/7 until you buy it, and then he's never online. That'll be what happens, Gianni, right?
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I mean,
Gianni, imagine the good old days. Yeah, remember the good old days in Halo 3. That is what this game's like, man.
That's never going to happen again.
you say that now, man, but you haven't played multiplayer in Destiny. It is good.
Yeah. No, I thought you just messing around, but yeah, I'm still, yeah. It's a bit of a cop out, I know, but I just no, I'm not gonna commit to say I am or not. There's a high chance I won't buy it on day one, and if I do, it's not going to be any special editions. It's going to be the bog standard, fucking vanilla version.
That's fine. As long as I've got you on my fire team, Gianni, out there in the thick of it, that's all I care about, man.
Also, I do suck at these games as well, so...
Dude, this game controls exactly like Halo. Like, it is...
And I sucked at Halo.
You were decent at Halo, man. We played enough Halo together that you were alright.
It's impossible to be shit at Halo, come on.
Hey, man. Hey. Competitive Halo was awesome back in the day.
Hey. Easy to play, hard to master. That's what I say.
As I said before, I don't wish the game to fail. It's not like a COD or Assassin's Creed or whatever.
I'm fairly sure that's impossible because it is the most pre-ordered game of all time.
Yeah, I know, but no, but what I mean is that when you boot it up and there's like a big old flaw, whatever. I don't. Would have probably quite a lot of flaw from what I've heard. No, I have no bones against it. I just don't want to get involved in the hype at all because I'm fed up of buying games in hype and then being disappointed with it myself.
Fair enough.
It may just be because the games themselves haven't been bad. I've just got two others expecting so much more. And had I not have been involved in that, so yeah, that's where I'm at anyway.
Fair enough, man. Okay, cool. Jay, is there anything else you wanted to mention, mate?
I think that's it for this week.
Cool. I just want to give a quick shout out to Capcom. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Capcom? What are you doing? You hear that they're suing Koei for like $9.5 million or something?
Yeah, have you got more to elaborate on that? Because I've only seen it in.
They've got a list. They've got a list of about 47 like game mechanics and ideas.
Oh, that are patented.
Yeah, that they think that Koei have stolen from them, and now all of a sudden they're like trying to sue them for it. But it's kind of come out of left field, man. Why did they suddenly give a shit about this now, man?
Because they got no money.
No, it's not even like Capcom are doing bad because their sales were up last quarter. So
they're still on the market, right?
Maybe they've realised that they've milked Street Fighter for all it's worth, and they may end up having to create something else.
I don't know. I wanted to mention it because I think that's some old bullshit, man. So look into that, people. Capcom being dickheads again.
One other thing as well. Have you played PT yet? Have you tried it?
I actually haven't played it yet, man. I've been saving it. Yeah, playable teaser.
Say what?
It's in the demo section of PS4. I couldn't play it. I couldn't bring myself to play it. I downloaded it, and I can't do that sort of thing. So I had to watch somebody else play it online, and I fucking hell. I don't want to say anything about it then because Gianni might not actually know, and I think you should go and watch the thing and then see the reveal at the end himself because it's a massive reveal. Although it's all over the internet, I suppose. But yeah, it's a massive reveal.
You can't really spoil that at this point. Everyone streamed it to death as well, man. The moment it was like released, all the big YouTube channels put up Let's Plays of it. So
yeah.
Have you not heard anything about it, Gianni?
No.
You don't really care, right? You don't like playing horror games or anything, so you're not going to you're not going to dash out and play it now.
No, I've got no. Yeah, if it's a horror, is it a survival horror game?
No, it's just like a first-person horror thing.
I might check it out. Then. If it's a demo on the demo for PS4, you say?
Only takes half an hour to play.
Yeah, it's
right. I'll check it out after this.
Have you watched Walking Dead?
Yes.
In which case, yeah, you'll get even more from it then.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, we won't speak about that now. Then we'll speak about it another time when I've played it as well. We'll talk about it next week. Sure.
Play it as soon as, because then we can talk about it next week.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yes. Yeah. Get it done in this week then. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that is that then, guys. If you want to get in contact with us, we are on Facebook. You can like us there. It's GSC Games. We're on Twitter at gsc_games. If you want to get in contact with any of us in particular, our Twitter tags will be down in the description. And leave us a like and a comment if you enjoyed the podcast. We enjoy making it. We'd love to hear your feedback. And we'll see everyone next week, I guess.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.